Hi, my little honeys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to have you all here. We're gonna do a talking head video because we haven't done those in a few weeks. And this is actually something that a few people have commented on my YouTube and on my TikTok page. And I felt that this is an important question to be answered. So we're gonna get into it. Also, please excuse my setup. I have like the brick wall with the white wall happening here. I'm at my parents'. There's just not a lot I can work with. I also did forget my ring light, so I'm literally holding up my phone because my camera's broken. It's in the camera store. Anyways, please excuse me for the way things are. I am making do with what I have. And also, happy June. I'm so excited. It's Gemini season, aka my birthday. So a lot of people have been saying things like, you know, I'm 35 years old, or I'm in my 60s, or I'm in my 40s, and I've always wanted to be an actor. I guess it's too late, and I want to get started on it, and I guess I can't now. This is wrong. This is really, really wrong. Honeys, the one awesome thing is about this industry is that age really does not matter if you want to do it and have a career in it. This is one of the beautiful things about this, like career in general and industry, is that you can get started at any age. It does not matter. You don't need to go to school for it. You don't need like a lot of stuff. You obviously, need the acting classes and the headshots and whatever, but it's not like I'm in my 50s and I want to become a doctor. Like that's a bit different because there's a lot of years in school involved and placement and this and whatever. Acting is not the case. Like it is never too late to have a career in acting. And I'm going to explain a few reasons why. If you want to do something, please don't hold back. Like, do it. If you want to be working in the arts, if you want to be working in this industry, please don't go on, living your whole life and not doing it. Like that to me that breaks my heart. It's crazy industry. I'm not going to deny it. It is an insane industry. It's intense. There's a lot going on. But if you really want to do this, I highly recommend for you to getting into it and giving it a try. When you're in your 20s, the pool of us is like everywhere. We're like the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean meshed into one. Like there are so many quote unquote younger age of the actors, and there are people who are in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond. The older you get, the less there is of us. This happens for a lot of reasons. A lot of people leave the industry because they don't want to do it anymore, or they want to try a different career, or they're just tired of the industry, or they don't agree with it. Honestly, COVID and the strike has put a lot of people out of the industry because it's just not the same anymore. People want to start a family. People, want to get more of a full-time job, like whatever. The reasons of people leaving are endless. But a lot of people, when they leave and they get older and older, if you're like, let's say in your 50s and you're an actor, you want to be an actor, the pool of people at like, let's say in their 50s is a lot less than people in their 20s. So if you're competing in the 50, range, you don't have as much competition as you would with people that are in their 20s. In their 20s, there's a million of us. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of like fresh people who are in this and ready to go. That's why the industry, when you're younger, you can break into it, but sometimes it can be harder. There are people in my acting class that are in like their 70s, and it's kind of insane. Agents want them like left and right. They make submissions and people are like, I want to sign you. They get auditions all the time. One of the guys that's in my acting class, he books constantly. Why? Because he's in his 70s. There's not that many 70-year-olds in Toronto that are acting and like that are like good, legit actors that are union, that take class, like that take this seriously and like actually want to try to make a career out of it. So it's really interesting to see that happen as well. Now, I'm not saying that if you were younger or you're in your 20s, you should not be an actor at all. No, I'm just merely trying to express to people that feel that it's too late for them or that they've made a mistake and they could never be an actor now because they're older. That's who I'm pertaining to. If you're in your 20s and you're passionate to be an actor, yes, go be an actor. Like I'm begging you, get that stuff going. It's an amazing experience. It's an amazing journey. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. I highly recommend it. So I just want to make that clear that I'm not saying that if you're younger or in your 20s, you shouldn't do this. No, I'm just trying to explain that it's all about the look. It's not about the age, and it is never too late to get started in this industry. I really found a path in my career that I really enjoy talking about the industry. I enjoy helping people get started. I enjoy bringing my passion into like these videos, for example, and having a discussion with everybody. And I find that to me, it is very soulful. So I wouldn't say, oh, I wish I waited later and went on later years. No, but I think if I never did my videos and never had a passion to help people getting started in their industry, yeah, I probably would have waited myself and started in my late 30s, maybe early 40s, rather than doing it now, because it is hard to sometimes book because you're competing with like 200 self-tapes, especially now. There's not that many in-person auditions. Quite frankly, I'm going to say there's pretty much none. So there's like 200 self-tapes per one little small role that each casting director gets, and they're not watching all of them. If they find something within the first 100, then they find within the first 100, and then that's it. We call it a day. So it is kind of a very tricky business. So that's like my cup of tea about it. But again, I found a passion that I love, and I found that I really enjoy the helping part in my videos and being educational about it. So I am happy that I'm doing it in my 20s. Another thing that I talk a lot about in my channel is I'm 27, and there is that time in this age period where, and this can happen for people in their 30s as well. This is something important to kind of take note that I'm 27. So on camera, I don't look young enough to be a high school girl. I don't look young enough to be like a 20-year-old or 19-year-old. But at the same time, I don't look old enough to be necessarily like a young mom. Maybe I could be just pregnant or like I have a baby, but I couldn't hit like 40 or 38 or whatever. Like it's a little too much of an age gap. So because of just the way my body structure and my face is right now at 27, I'm kind of in that in-between stage where it's like, well, can you go here? Not really. Can you go there? Not really. And that can happen to people as well. So sometimes they say you just got to give it a couple of years, like 1 or 2. Your body's going to change, your facial structure is going to change. And then that way, it changing, you will be able to kind of maneuver yourself into the category of a particular casting and things really start to flourish. I know girls, I actually know this one girl who's in my acting class, and we did a scene together, and she books like the 15-year-old roles all the time because she's very petite, she's very small, she has like a very like tiny face, and like it's very young looking. Like you look at her and like, I didn't know that she was my age. I literally thought that she was a 20-year-old, and she goes out for 18, 17-year-olds constantly, and she's exactly my age. My sister, for example, my sister is 38, 39, but she has also a really youthful look. And because of that, she goes out for a lot of younger roles, even though she's 38. Like she could play a 27-year-old easily. So it really, like, this is my thing where age is just a number in this industry. It really does not matter. Another part that I wanted to discuss was I've had this comment come up before where people said, specifically this one person commented saying, well, I'm in my 40s, like there's not that many roles for 40-year-olds. That's wrong. That's a wrong mentality to look at it. It's not about the age. It's never about the age. When casting posts a casting notice, they don't say we need a 35-year-old. They say we need a range from 20 to 35. For example, I have to do a Walmart commercial today, and literally the range says from 20 to 35, which means they're looking at a range of all those people. So if you just look like you're 20 to 35, that's exactly what they're looking for. It's not about your age. It's about what your look gives you, what can get casted as. You could be 50 years old and you look like you're 35. If that's working for you, I would hold on to it. If you can work with it for a couple years and it brings you casting, I would not stop. I would go for it 100%. I think that's all I have to say. Age does not matter. You can get started in this industry at any time. And I do truly believe that the older you get, the easier it is to get into this industry because there's a less of a pool of you competing and a lot more demand of you because there's not that many of you. So 100% I highly recommend it. And again, age does not matter in the industry. It's all about your look and what you look like on camera and what you look like in your headshots and what kind of casting you bring to the table. That's what they're looking for. I am going to go film my self-tape commercial now. I love you, honeys. Happy Friday, and I'm going to see you all. Wait, will I see you all next week? Yes, I will see you all next week. Okay. Love you, honeys, and have a wonderful Friday. Bye.